brush your hair in the mirror again. Wake up in the sunlight, drive a corner store, it begins. Get up a beer and grab a cigarette and pop a cap in the morning light. It's morning time, get up and relive your life, just like you did on yesterday, just like yesterday. Live up your life in the morning sun, soaking up the morning breeze, smelling all the morning air, soaking up the morning air. Smell the morning breeze, soak up the rays and soak up the sunlight. Sit down, dip down, take a little trip now. Hold on to your ass while we flip now. Life's about to get a little crazy, yeah. Come on lady, let's make a baby, making a scene, live an American dream. Life's about to get a little crazy. Hold on to my hand while we drift to the stars, and hold on to my hand while I play this guitar, 'cause I want you and me to be a little thing forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, yeah. Sit down and dip down, take a little trip now. Hold on to your ass while we flip now. Life's about to get a little crazy. We gon' turn it up, y'all. Come on, lady, let's make a baby, making a scene, living the American dream. Life's about to get a little crazy. Sit with me, smoke some weed, and breathe the sunny air. The world ain't ready, y'all. The world ain't ready, y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hoary Sheet Show. I got something really unique for you guys today. It is definitely one of the most important streams I think I'm about to do to date. Probably the most important I'll ever do. This is how big this is. I'm gonna start off by saying that this stream is about how I managed to, or I didn't even know if I could take credit for this, but what I did to break my depression, my addiction. I'm talking suicidal depression. I'm talking I had to wake up every day with some weed, or I felt like just dying, didn't want to do anything, wanting to, if I didn't have pot, I wanted to like go to sleep on a railroad track with my headphones on and my favorite music and just hope that the train ran me over. Like that's the suicidal depression I lived with for up until 2 weeks ago. And more. Like I broke my addiction to pot. I didn't really have an alcohol addiction, but I certainly like don't feel like drinking now. Broke my addiction to porn, masturbation, broke my addiction to like needing a lover, girlfriend, partner through this journey through life. Like broke all of that, like hard, cold turkeyed it. Like I thought I was going to have like a sort of relapse with the whole weed thing because I went and bought a Red Bull one day and like I drank it and I was so sick to my stomach I had to bust out the weed. And I smoked that like 3 hits of that or whatever that night, and like it fixed the nausea a little bit, but it kept coming back. So I just went to sleep, and I thought, man, I hope tomorrow I don't feel like waking up and smoking. And no, I didn't. I woke up the next day and like maybe thought about it 2 or 3 times. That was it. Like my need for it is gone. The ties to those things in my life that were causing me unhappiness and depression were broken. And I think I am convinced that God helped me with this. Source, whatever you want to call it, the Creator, the Father, that which created us in its image. Let me just get the notes out here so I can kind of stay on track for the whole story. But so I've been a psychonaut recently. I have been exploring psychedelics, and so basically I dropped some acid this particular day, and it had been like probably the 4th time that month. And every single time I would do it, I kept telling myself, all right, I'm gonna play some VR tonight. I'm gonna hop in my games, be tripping and play my games. That didn't happen. Every single time I dropped, I was stuck in meditation download mode. I would just get stuff was just streaming to me. And that is a beautiful experience. If you've never received divine downloads before, they are a thing. You can be in that state of mind and ask questions, and you'll get answers that you can just sit there and ponder over for hours at a time. I'm talking these experiences where I don't remember a time I played video games in the last 6 trips because I just didn't feel like doing anything but sitting there and receiving information downloads. So this one particular night I dropped, took 1 hit, and right when it started kicking in, about an hour, I want to say first of all, hey everybody in the chat. So thank you all for joining. I'm glad that I have a good showing already. Looks like 7 of you guys all totaling up. Josh, Corey, Walt, I'm not sure which one of you it is, but hey, welcome to the broadcast. Homeless in America, for that comment you got blocked. Try again. Isaiah Smith, I'll tune in on board. Cool, man. This will be one of the greatest things you probably watch in at least a month's time. I quit smoking last week as well. Fantastic. The next thing I'm going to break is my addiction to this thing right here. But I'm pretty sure that God said, hey, it's not going to be everything at once. And I'm grateful for that because I'd like to take it in steps too. This was a lot. Everything that was broken and changed in my life it's been a lot. And I'll get to, all these things in a bit more detail as we go through. This will probably take me about an hour. So, like I said, I took this acid one night, And about an hour into it, I started to feel the effects. I was familiar with these effects. And I also started to feel nausea. I started to feel like my body was producing fluids in places that is not normal. I felt like my whole body was oozing snot, but it wasn't. And it was creating this immense nausea. I couldn't figure out why. It had been a whole day of me not eating food, so I figured, well, maybe I'm doing it on an empty stomach and I'm nauseous, but that didn't happen several other times. It kind of did the trip before this night, but I ignored it. I worked through it, and I ended up just having a great night. But this particular night, man, this nausea was bad. It was so bad that I thought, well, God, maybe I need to go throw up. So that's what I did. But while I was getting this nausea and about to go throw up, the voice spoke to me and said, it's a demon. It's a demon. It's another energy in you trying to get out. That's what I heard. And I laughed that off. I was like, yeah, okay, whew, I'm tripping by myself again, I don't want these thoughts, right? So I went in there and I threw up 3 times. It takes a lot for me to throw up, dudes. Like, it takes a lot for me to throw up. I have a cast iron stomach, so to speak. And so anyway, I went in there, I threw up a couple times, and I'm sitting with that, and I'm like, I kind of feel better, but this ain't it. Like, this ain't something that needs to come out of my stomach. That's what I felt. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go sit outside on the earth. I'm going to go ground. Something I don't really do. Something I've always known I probably should do more of. But this particular night, I was led by intuition completely. And I'm so glad I followed my intuition. I'm so glad I followed the instructions, the commands, the voice, whatever this was, right? I'm going to say it was God's voice. He was there with me that night. And I'm not, if you guys know me, I am not like all about God or Jesus or anything. I haven't been before. I've had Jesus experiences that I couldn't put together in my mind, but everything's coming together now. I've always been protected. I've always felt that. I've had experiences that I can't explain. And so this particular night, the voice told me, go sit on the ground, go ground yourself. I said, okay. So here I am now sitting on the ground after throwing up a couple of times. And I said, this is the first time I prayed to God in 2 years. 2 years I had my middle finger to God for personal reasons. But this particular night, I felt like I needed answers. I had nobody to talk to at this point. So I asked the question in my mind. I said, okay. I said, hey, God, long time no see. I'm back. I said, what do I do about this demon in me then? The voice, loud and clear, said, deliverance. I said, deliverance? I think I might know what that means, but I had to get my phone out and I pulled up deliverance in Google, and it said Christian ministry, something about deliverance ministry, purification of the soul, exorcism, repentance, going back to God. I said, oh man. So I said, okay, how do I get these demons out? What do I do for this problem? And the voice told me exactly what to do. I asked God how to remove this demon, and it said to me, lay completely flat on the earth. And this picture right here, that picture is, while I was doing this, I took this picture. So that's what it looked like, laying flat on the earth like that. It said, and these are the words, okay? With the boot of God's righteous fury, all that is good, all that is just, and unconditional love, imagine that you are over your body, standing down, crushing onto your body all of the demons and attachments to your depression, addiction, and all that makes me unhappy in my life. That was the instructions, almost word for word, what to do. So I imagined that there was an enormous amount of pressure smashing down into me, and this boot had a heel on the back, and it was crushing. The voice said, crush the spines of these demons, crush them and cripple them. with this boot of God's righteous fury and love. Okay? So I'm imagining like God helping me smush myself into the ground, every part of me smushed to the ground. It said, let the earth absorb it. That's what I was told. The earth will take all of this from me. Keep in mind, I have had no experience with this. I had no experience with exorcisms, anything like this. Okay? I didn't even know self-exorcism was a thing at this point. It said you was detoxing. Yep, says Isaiah Smith. Hey, Marco Melbourne, what's up, bro? Yo. So I did what I was told, and I felt that I was bleeding from my gut, my belly, black blood in a pool that was being soaked into the earth. Okay, this is what I felt while I was pushing down on me. I could feel the pressure on my whole body. Like somebody put a particle board on top of me and a couple of people were just standing on top of me, dudes. And the boot was just crushing the spines of everything that I hated in my life. Just killing it, bros. Killing it. And I was bleeding it all into the earth. I know that sounds weird, but I'm trying to give you guys the full-on, full detail account of what happened. And the voice said that the blood will be absorbed by the earth. And then it said, I kind of realized, like, after I had been sitting there for a while, laying there like that, I realized I wasn't breathing. And I thought about taking a breath and said, no, don't breathe yet. So it was during this time I didn't know what to do. And I was like, something tells me I have to take a picture of this moment. I have to capture this moment. And so I grabbed my phone, like, trying to grab for my phone. I grabbed it and I snapped this picture. You could see look at my forehead. It looks like somebody's stepping on my whole head. My veins don't just pop out like that. That was how much pressure was literally being applied. You could see it. So after that happened, I got up. Well, no. It said, don't breathe yet. I was concerned because I hadn't taken a breath in about a minute and a half. It said, don't breathe yet. I was like, okay. So I took that picture and I'm waiting and I'm like, when am I going to breathe? And then it said, the next breath you take will be God's pure, unconditional love. And I said, okay. And as soon as I tried to take breath in, it immediately shot like a bolt of electricity through my whole body. I did one of these, like, kind of things. And from that moment on, I'm a completely different person. I didn't know how much different until a couple of days. But I sat there when I woke up and I was in shock. I was like, how do I felt very whole. I felt fixed. I had no more nausea. Everything was perfect in my life at that moment. I felt great. And I was feeling so good. I said, God, how do I feel like this all the time? I'm going to wake up tomorrow and sober up. I'm going to be back to my normal self. How do I remain in the most pure form of your unconditional love and embody this forever? You know what the answer was, dudes? Stop eating. Might sound weird at first, but then when I questioned that, all the answers flew straight into me, straight into my brain. Divine download. Stop eating. It's because it's poison. Food is poison. We don't need food. We certainly don't need as much food as we think we do. At least I'm settling with that, at least. I'm not going to say everybody needs to stop eating, but that's what I was told. And that's where I personally am taking with my life. I am trying to eat all the meat out of my fridge so I can be done with meat. And I'm going to start on a fruit diet, salad diet, veggie thing for at least 2 weeks while I also go for a parasite cleanse. I'm going to get this boo stuff that everybody's talking about. I might even try the diatomaceous earth.
I want to rid my body of parasites and eventually just stop eating food. I might go 2 weeks with that parasite cleanse, veggie cleanse, everything, and then I'm straight up gonna start a water fast after that, and then I'm gonna start trying to dry fast. I am doing this stuff not only because the voice said that's how you remain in this perfect state of pure unconditional love. Okay, that's good enough reason for me. The other reasons is like all the research we have all been doing. We know how poisonous the food is. GMO, modified organisms, all the plastic crap they put in our food, the preservatives, all these chemicals, dudes. Hello, makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no doubt. But I know personally that I went 2 weeks without food, water. I didn't poop, I didn't pee, and I was 100% psychic. 100% psychic. I walked past this dude's dorm room one time. I didn't know who the hell he was, never seen him in my life. I walked past, he had his door cracked open, and I stopped. And the thought came to me, he says, this dude's got a broken computer. I looked in there, I was like, bro, what's up? Your computer's broken? And he'd never seen me before in his life. He's like, yeah, how do you know? Who are you? And I'm like, well, what's wrong with your computer? He says, I spilled vodka on it last night and it won't turn on. I was like, oh, man, I can't help you with that one. And I kept walking, freaked him out. My close family was freaking out about me because I didn't eat, sleep, 2 weeks of it. They were freaking out. And they were like, you don't know everything. You're not fully psychic. Stop. And I said, oh, are you asking me to put that to the test? Yeah, go ahead. Tell us something that you don't know about us. And I told them something that they planned on taking to the grave. They shut me up real quick by pulling me into the hallway and shoving me in a room and saying, look, I don't know what's gotten into you, but you're right. And they were freaked out. I know that we can go without food that long. I know. And I know the benefits of it. Superhuman strength, guys. I was hopping 8-foot fences in a single bound. I had two guys that were as big as football linemen trying to shove me in a room to stick me with a needle, and they couldn't do it. I'll get more into detail on that particular incident later, like in a different stream. But what this self-exorcism is what I'm calling it, did for me was it broke, like I said, all my addictions to pot. Like I don't even think about it. I haven't thought about it smoking today, like one time. I'm happier. I'm free from that. My porn and masturbation addiction, like it was just a nightly thing for me. Why not? Feels great, helps me sleep. Nice form of release, nice endorphin rush. What feels better than an orgasm, right? I said, yeah, I used to do it all the time, sometimes multiple times a day. I haven't even thought about porn. Porn's been the least of the things that's been in my head since all of this, which is amazing. In turn came, I don't lust over women in the same way, with this desire to want to get to know them and be with them, all kinds of stuff. Like I'm always looking for my soulmate, girlfriend again, my next one. Oh, it's gone. In fact, women that post pictures of themselves in their bathing suits and their cleavage all up front, I'm so turned off by that now, I block them. Huge change. I'm not killing bugs, anything. I'm not killing anything on purpose anymore. I've saved like so many flies and lizards and like stuff that would get into my room, and I do video commercials for a living. So if I got little gnats and little flies and little mosquitoes, whatever that's flying around, I can't have that in here when I do videos. Because I'll be sitting there in the middle of a script and one of the little freaking things will fly in front of the camera and I have to start all over. It used to drive me mad. So I bought this electric fly zapper racket. It's brand new. It's got no guts on it. It's over 3 weeks old. I haven't used it. I'll never use it unless there's a mosquito in here trying to hunt me. I will kill the mosquitoes if they are biting me. If they're showing aggression towards me and land on me, I will kill them. I've killed two things, except for the poor snails outside because I can't see them in the dark. I crush those when I'm walking out. I hate it. But the mosquito landed on me and I instantly like, oh, and I killed it. Like, that's like the only thing I've killed, on purpose in 2-3 weeks. The roaches in my room, like I got roaches because I can't keep them out. There's no ceiling on my door threshold. There's no baseboards in this place. The roaches It used to bother me a lot more than they do now. But like, I can't even kill them. Can't. I choose not to. I am fully embodying unconditional love for every creature and person here at this point forward. So I was really reluctant on making this stream because I wasn't sure if I was just, still coming down from that trip and still in that vibe. But it's been 2 weeks or more now, and yeah, everything's stuck, dudes. Everything's stuck, and it's fantastically freeing. I hope you guys can try to give that a shot. The only times I've smoked pot since that experience was for the nausea I got when I drank a Red Bull that day, which I think God took away my addiction to Red Bulls too. I didn't know. I love Red Bulls, bro. I ate a big lunch and I started drinking a little medium Red Bull, and I wasn't drinking it fast, and I got so nauseous. I'm never going to drink Red Bull again. Something ain't right about Red Bulls. I mean, besides, synthetic bull semen. I already know that. So what I'm thinking of that I did was I pushed so much God love through me that that demon said, hell no. And it vacated my body. And I've kept my vibe up so high it hasn't gotten back in. I think that a lot of us have stuff like this in us. Demons, attachments, they basically want to be in a body again. So they try to get in through whatever cracks we have, through mostly past traumas, addictions. They'll come into us through these drugs or past terrible experiences, and they will attempt to live vicariously through us, influencing our thought stream. These things are the reason why it's like, oh, you're unhappy? Go smoke some more weed. Oh, you want a girlfriend? Oh, she's hot? Go jerk off. I want an orgasm too. See where I'm getting at? I've also figured, like, I couldn't figure out why sometimes I'd have an orgasm and half of it wouldn't be there. Like, I would get like 1/3 of a feeling of an orgasm and still have to clean up the mess. And I'm like, who took my orgasm? I think I know now. So we have demons, we have energies, attachments in us. They want to live vicariously through our experiences, controlling and influencing our thoughts, and the worst case scenario being full demonic possession. I've had experience with that 3 times, 2 different people. Yeah. So this power of love, God's love, unconditional love, you embody that. You can literally be invulnerable to other people that are acting out their demons, especially a fully demonically possessed person. If you are in that God love space, they can literally attack you and you don't feel it. Your body doesn't even whelp up. This is how powerful that stuff is. This is a spiritual battle, my people. Never wanted to think this. Never been that religious type. I'm not a Christian. I'm not going in to be a Christian, but I am looking into what people are saying about demonology, exorcisms, baptisms. I'm looking at so much stuff, scripture related and paranormal related, and I'm talking to people that have had similar experiences. I'm reading watching videos on YouTube where people are talking about, yeah, self-exorcism is a thing. You can do it. I didn't know that. I never would have even thought, if somebody told me, yo, bro, you need to go get an exorcism, I'd have laughed at him. I'd have been like, okay, bro. No, exercise your demons out, dudes. Do what I said. Take some shrooms or something, whatever you got to do to feel it. Do it. I don't care. Do it. Watch your life change. Ask God to take everything you're unhappy about, depressed about, angry about, anything you don't want in your life. Ask Him to shove it all out of you with unconditional love straight into the earth for the earth to absorb it, transmute it, get it out of your life. please do that. I don't know. My racket just moved all on its own, like somebody jerked it over. Let me go ahead and read the chat, see what you guys are saying. But that is the gist of it. I don't want to get into the whole how I pulled a demon out of somebody, held it in my hands, threw it out the window, watched it come back and completely control them. I'll tell that whole story another time in great detail because it relates very much to this kind of stuff. And I do hope that person realizes they have a demon in them way harder than I ever had. And I'm trying to reach back out to them. I think I'm going to try to do that and share this story, this video with them. So yeah. Isaiah Smith said, dude, I quit smoking last week as well. It's fantastic, bro. I love that. You was detoxing. Yeah, yeah. I starved myself and almost died because it's painless. What do you mean? It's painless. I almost died. I think when I was fasting, when I like ended that trip and I hadn't eaten in almost 2 days at that point, I started getting little pains in my gut. And I attribute that to whatever parasites are in my body going, hey, where's the food at, bro? I'm going to start eating your intestines. So that's why I want to do the parasite cleanse. I'm going to starve these things out. I'm going to be pooping out 3-foot-long worms like people have been posting on Facebook, you know? You just need your nutrients. Maybe. All I know is I went 2 weeks without anything. Not even water, dude. No nutrients, no water. I was super strong, super psychic, all about helping people with their deepest, darkest pains and traumas. I wasn't me, dude, for that whole 2-week period. No One's Flower, what's up, Nora? I'm happy you're off the drink, but I think you need to sit in the Irish countryside and eat nice grass-fed ribeye steak. You know what? I'm not gonna sustain myself with something else that's living anymore. And I know that's the whole vegetarian vegan thing. And but guys, I'm doing that because I know we don't need it. We don't need it. And to tell you something cool, after that exorcism experience, I was still laying on the ground, right? I saw this little this little tiny caterpillar. Little tiny thing about the size of my pinky fingernail, and it was crawling up to my nose because I was on its level, right? And it crawled all the way up to me, and it was standing on its little hind ass legs, and it was just looking at me, bro. It was the cutest thing, and I was like, "Oh, look at this cute little thing," and then I realized it was communicating with me. That's what it told me. It was trying to get my attention. And so I'm like, oh, well, geez, it's a hot day. He's in the middle of this asphalt that I was laying on. I said, he needs back to the grass. So I put my finger out, and he crawled on my finger. And I moved him over to the grass, and I put him right there in the grass. And I laid down, like, with my chin right there on my grass. And I'm watching him go under the shade of the grass blades. And this was so cool. He came back out a little bit, and another one exactly like him come out too. So now I had 2 of them that were watching me and just looking at me and marveling at this big human that was on their level, paying attention to them for the first time in their little lives. And I thought this was the most beautiful thing. And then I saw an earthworm come by, slithering by in that same little blade of grass, come slithering by. And I'm like, wow, I got a little piece of nature here, a little audience of nature right here. And then a second earthworm comes slithering by. And they were all gathering together in this one spot and just looking at me. And it was the most beautiful thing until I realized they were all trying to get my attention. And then I got the download. And I started looking around the grass that they were in. Just a couple of feet down the other way was these white growths of like mold. This area of grass gets flooded a lot by like some septic tank problem that there is in the yard. And this white stuff was toxic. And it was in their world. And humans, were the blame for their toxic environment. that's the download I got. And I realized, I'm like, yeah, wow. We're supposed to be shepherds of the land, right? For all the little creatures, right? Well, that was a huge damn, I feel bad moment. I can't do much about the yard, but I heard them. When you connect them with nature like that, nature will speak to you. It's beautiful. And maybe it was like shortly after that when I asked God, how do I remain like this? How do I care so hard for the little things like this every day? How do I embody this love when I wake up tomorrow, when I sober up and said, don't eat? You guys are probably watching my Facebook page. I'm out here with the tadpole situation. I'm saving these little tadpoles from this puddle. And this puddle keeps filling up and going down and filling up and going down. It's been here so long that they're growing into frogs now. They're growing into frogs. I woke up this morning and the first thing I did, it started raining. Big thunderstorm come through this morning, and I said, I'm gonna go outside in the rain and bathe in the rain. I'm gonna take a shower in this storm. And I did that this morning. Very exhilarating shower. And I sat with the tadpoles in that puddle because it was filled, and bathed with them for a while. You know, my life has really changed, and I just wanted to share how amazing it is to feel free of all these addictions, all these stresses, all these things that, you know, cripple me with depression used to. And it stuck. I wouldn't be sitting here telling the story if it wasn't 2.5 weeks later and I'm still 100% with it all. Not killing stuff. It's amazing. Fanny Haddock, how's it going? I used a Mozzie bat for the annoying ones. Let's see. You mean rally last night? Okay, yeah, yes, amazing. So many people. Oh, you had a rally going on somewhere, Nora? I don't know what's going on with that. Fanny says, I agree with Nora. I'm sure you would benefit from grass-fed beef once you've cleaned out your system. Guys, I'm not going to eat meat again. After these burger patties and these roast beef sandwiches I have just because I bought them last month, I'm not eating meat again. I don't need meat. We don't need it. There's no reason to kill stuff. There's no reason to kill stuff. We have to stop. Almost everything you said I'm going through or been through, Hori. Cool, Isaiah. It's awesome, man. I heard that demonic entities attach themselves to addicts. Yes, they must. I would agree with that at this point in my life. I started going to mass again because the government banned mass. Yeah. I'm not going to say like I'm going to church or anything like that now, but I am doing whatever it takes to purify my body so that I can continue to receive the downloads that I have that have changed my life. And one of the things that I'm doing, I ordered some cacao paste. I think that's how you say it, cacao. It's like it's what they make chocolate out of. I want to make a ceremonial cacao drink with cacao paste. I hope I'm saying that right because it sounds so dumb. And cayenne pepper and water. You mix this up, and the cayenne pepper is supposed to do something to the cacao, and you feel like you have an easier time communicating. People relate it to like a mild euphoria, sort of like a few steps away from MDMA for some people, which would be great. It's legal. I just ordered my first bag. I should have it a couple of days, maybe. I think they were really speedy with the shipping. It said they're shipping it out today. I just ordered it last night, so I can't wait to try that. Yeah. Mark to Bill, what's up with this cacao powder and pepper? Oh yeah, I was just talking about it. Yeah. People host ceremonies and they play music and drum circle type stuff, and they pass around the ceremonial cacao drink, and so I'm gonna give it a shot. Hell, if it's anything close to MDMA or it helps me like communicate my thoughts better, there's probably something to it, and it comes from the earth, so it's definitely I'm gonna try that, and then I have to get me a steady supply of shrooms, hopefully golden teachers. So if anybody wants to hit me up. Beat me to it. Yeah. Hey, Horshicha, wormwood and walnut husk tea is great for getting rid of parasites. That's great. Um, cool. I'm gonna keep that in my notes. Thanks. No one's flower. Imagine what the bug thought as the bugs were like, we got us a big human right here. Let's all gather around and and I don't know. It just felt like they were admiring me as much as I was admiring them. I can't tell you guys how hard it is for me to find earthworms. When I go fishing, I want to get earthworms and go fishing with them. I can't find earthworms. When I was there on the ground level with them and vibrating love out in my aura, and they came to meet me. I don't know if I'll ever go fishing again either. Like, I'll probably have a real hard time fishing. The only reason I would want to fish is in case I left all of this behind and was homeless, I would need to eat, and fishing would be there. But then again, I'm killing stuff, so I'm battling things still. I'm just gonna try the whole not eating things anymore. Go with that. One of the cute little caterpillars was in my bike lock the other day. I picked him up with the leaf and let him go. Oh, sweet. I need to do whatever you did. Yes, everybody needs to do what I did for anything that's bothering them. Do it. Give it a shot. If you pray and try this. Ask God to crush your demons, your attachments, your addictions. Crush them out into the earth. Get in that. Get onto that earth. Shove it all into the earth. Mother Earth. Mother Earth for a reason, guys. Mother Earth. Thank you for leaving the animals alone. Looking forward to seeing your boo journey. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, how's it going? Yes, I will be ordering some of the boo as soon as I get off the meat diet. I'm gonna place an order for the boo. I'm gonna try to see if my mom wants to get my grandmother on it because she's getting up in age. And this stuff, I heard from a friend of mine that she gave it to like a grandfather or something that was really getting so old he couldn't walk, he couldn't go to the bed anymore. He was just sitting his lazy boy all day and literally crap himself, And she got him on this stuff, and now all that's gone. He's walking again. He's eating properly. He's not crapping himself. All these things. So if it truly is like an anti-aging parasite cleanse, detox health supplement, like I'm gonna do it. And it's black dirt, blackoxygenorganics.com, something like that. Boo. Check it out, guys. What are you eating? Just veggies and fruits right now, Ryan? Hey, what's up, Ryan? By the way, thanks for putting me and my friend together. We're having some amazing conversations about this stuff. My whole life's about to change even more because of that connection you made, brother. So what am I eating right now? You guys don't want to know. I'm trying to eat so much meat just to get rid of meat. That's my whole diet. Burgers. That's what I'm eating. 2 burger patties a day and cheese. It's terrible. I can't wait to get rid of the burgers. Tonight I'm going to eat roast beef, switching it up a little bit, but I still have like 8 burger patties in there from a 32 pack I bought last month. I can only eat 1 burger a day, but I'm forcing 2 burgers in my system just to go through this. I can't wait to get on this diet. I want to start getting those divine downloads again. That's really it. So I'm just eating meat, dude. So much meat right now. It's terrible. When I start eating the other stuff, I'm going to try.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Who was it? Somebody subbed up. I'm going to try to go get I'm gonna do a little research first, but I know I'm just gonna get those little fruit trays or something to start with. And as I do research, I'm gonna maybe try to get peppers. I'm being drawn to peppers, so I'm not surprised this whole cacao drink has cayenne pepper in it. Peppers is gonna be something I use to get through this. Things like oranges, maybe tangerines, celery. Whatever, broccoli, I'm going to try to stay away from anything with dairy. So I don't know about ranch dressing and stuff like that. I don't know what it's got in it, but I'm going to try to avoid things that I need dip with. I'm going to try to eat very little because I know I don't really like eating fruit and vegetables, but that's fine. I think the more important thing here isn't how much nutrients or veggies I'm putting in me. It's how little I'm taking in general. So I'm only going to use that to stop the stomach pains as I mostly focus on the detoxing and parasite cleanse of it all. So yeah. Mark Thibault said, just lost my dad. I'm trying to quit weed and alcohol. This info hopefully can help me a bit. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. And, it might. It might. If you have sadness stuck in there, if you have anger, if you have anything, unfinished business with your dad, and you feel crippled by that pain, push that out. Love that out. You know, try it. I used activated charcoal. That's another one. Yeah, good point, Isaiah. That's a good one. If you give me an address, I can send you one of the teas, or I could link to where you can order them. I appreciate that, Nora. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I'm going to take this in steps. But yeah, I heard you, and I'll reach out to you if that's something I want to do. Thank you. And but yeah, guys, that's it. I don't want to make this too long. I want to keep it kind of under the hour mark, and I think I did that. So thanks for listening. Please share the stream, guys. Share this one. This one's huge, huge, huge. This is going to help change the world. It will. If we can get rid of the problems that hurt us, we will stop the cycles of abuse. We'll stop hurting each other. How many men haven't done something like this yet and still lust over women just to get a piece of ass? How many times does that happen on the daily? And that is just cycle of abuse that this stream and this operation, this set of instructions I gave in the beginning can stop all of that from happening. Another thing, last thing, I forgot, this is important too. So on that note of how I killed my whole desire from wanting to be with another woman, wanting my partner through life, needing my soulmate, not wanting to do anything without her. After I got inside from that experience, I sat with myself and I said, I knew that a lot of stuff was fixed, but this was still one thing bothering me. Like, I don't know how I knew everything was fixed. I just knew I felt way better. I felt more free. But I still had this one thing bother me. It's like, I still feel like I need a girlfriend. I need that intimacy. And the voice spoke to me again and it said, oh, so what are you trying to find from a woman? What do you want a woman to make you feel like? That prompted me to think about how I want to feel. And I pretty much knew I wanted to feel that closeness. I wanted to feel that love. I wanted to feel that comfort that another woman can give, another partner, love mate can give, that all these things. And I thought about all these feelings that I want, that I'm longing for. And it said, continue, think about all those things you want. Think about them. Think about them. Now lay down in your own bed. Hold yourself like you want to be held. And it sounds so cheesy. So, but I took my hand and I put it in the back of my head. And I just laid like this, holding my head, feeling all those things that I'm longing for. And when I did that, I started. It was like I was filling up a glass of water. I was beginning to get filled up from my core, and it began to overflow. So whenever I feel that lack of love, that lack of intimacy, that lack of whatever I'm trying to find in another person, I stop myself, I lay down, and I think about those things I want, and I fill myself up with it through God's unconditional and all-powerful love. So that's really what helped me with the whole girlfriend, soulmate, desire thing. I mean, and I still can do that. I thought it was just because I was tripping I was able to do that. No, it's a lot harder when you're sober to do that, I will admit. But it still works. Loving yourself on a whole new level is what that is. So, I am pleased with this development. Thanks. I am too. Look up natural hygiene. Mark of Melbourne too. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I honestly have been changing my ways because the world won't be the same next year. I would like to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually. I am ready for war. Bro, the war is coming, bro. The war is coming, the spiritual battle. This whole new world order, everything, dude, they're trying to kill us, bro. They're trying to kill us, bro. They're trying real hard because the end is near. I've never wanted to believe that, but the voice told me, you got to prepare. There's another reason why I'm doing all this. We need to get in the proper state of embodying the real form of love if we're going to have any chance of fighting off the stuff that we're going to have to fight in the spiritual battle. And like I said, I have personal experience with being invulnerable and having superhuman strength. Bro, when this battle kicks off, I'm going to lead the charge. I'm gonna be one of the leaders, one of the commanders of this charge. So something else happened that night. As I was sitting there after that experience, just information download flooding my mind, I had just recently heard about the 144,000. And guys, this is the weirdest part of the night, I guess. I don't even know if I should share this. It was just bizarre, okay? It was bizarre. I was sitting there getting downloads, waiting on my friend to call me. And the voice came again and said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "What?" "Are you ready to receive these gifts?" is what it said. And what came with that was the armor of God, the powers that will be downloaded into our spirit when the battle happens. See, God must be looking for people that are making this kind of transition, that are trying to be his soldiers. And when you wake up and give your life to him, like I did, from that experience, he knew before I knew that I was now all about God. And he immediately said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah." It was like somebody asked me if I wanted to go to Disney World. I was so excited to say, "Yes, I'm ready." I got all sat up. I'm like, ready for what? Bros, my whole vision started going. It looked like everything was water. And cymatics, when you put, like, I don't know, with like sand on a metal plate and you put sand on a metal plate and you run sound through it and it like vibrates and all the sand shifts and everything. It was like, that was what my vision looked like. And I got two, not one for some reason, but two downloads it was like installation packages into my soul. So when this battle kicks off, bro, I might be flying, levitate stuff. I don't know. It gave me stuff. And it said, "You're going to be commanding this charge for the spiritual battle." I don't know. We're going to see, right? We're going to see. That happened. That was one of the things that happened. I wasn't ready for. And now, ever since then, I mean, I'm getting stuff on my page about the spiritual battle. Everybody's posting about the 144,000. No, I don't know. Not many of us. So get strong, right? I know how strong I have been when I embodied this before, and they tried to put me in a little room. These two huge guys trying to. I'm 115 pounds, dudes. These dudes were 250 each. There's 500 pounds of human men trying. They couldn't even lift me off the ground. It was like I was magnetically stuck, like in a statue strong. They couldn't get me in a doorway. They were sweating. They were looking at each other. Their shoes were losing grip. They were like with their shoulders trying to shove my tiny ass in a doorway. Two of them. They were sweating so hard, looking at each other like so confused. Like, how can we not move this guy? I know how strong we can be. You can get physically attacked and not even feel it. It's going to be a hell of a war, guys. Get on the right side of the fence. Get on the right side of the fence. Charlotte, the 144,000 is said to be in several different civilizations' religious texts, from the Indians to the Christians to I don't know how many others, but they all have this 144,000 are going to be chosen to lead the spiritual battle to cleanse this earth for the end of days, or the judgment day. I don't know, the battle. That's all I know, and I'm just starting to see it now everywhere. There's a lot of people waking up to this stuff right now, and that's my story. I don't know. I'm gonna be continuing to cleanse my body and purify everything, so I can continue to get downloads and start putting more, connecting more of these dots to this puzzle. But that's all I know about that. It's important for us to pare down our physical possessions to the bare essentials. Oh yeah, I'm there, dudes. Like, I have all this stuff in my room, mostly video and computer equipment, and I've thought several times this month alone to just give it all to my mom and go be free. Go to the darkest places and find people, people in a back alley sticking heroin in their arm, and reach out to them and tell them what I've learned. tell them about how to break that addiction. You know, I feel like doing that. I feel like that would be more adventurous to me, much more of a purpose. But I also know that I have lots of skills, this being one of them. To live stream this story to the masses will be more effective in making change than just spending one-on-one time. So I'm not doing that yet, but I feel like it. I don't need a place to lay my head that's comfortable. They said Jesus slept on a rock. It's fine. I'll sleep on a rock if I'm guided to help people and save lives. When I was homeless, me and Holly, that voice was speaking to me pretty damn strong too. And I saved a woman from being raped outside of Walmart at like 2, 3 in the morning. It led me every step of the way. Told me something was going to happen. Made me stand still and wait and listen. And when it happened, I went there and I saved the woman. That's the kind of stuff I want to do with my life. I don't want to be an actor. I don't want to be making video commercials, selling products for people's businesses. And I don't know what they're using with that money to do whatever they're doing with the world, feeding the machine most likely. No, 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 no. No more. No more. Anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. The next stream that I'm going to do, actually, I'm sorry. I'm helping a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, to start up her own stream. And it's going to be, conspiracy related. It's going to be like dreams, astral projection, Reiki, healing, demons, demonology, kind of stuff, paranormal stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff you guys are interested in. We're going to work on that tomorrow to get the installation of the software done. We're going to talk about color schemes. We've got a channel name already, and I'm basically helping her learn how to do all of this and help her design some of the initial stuff, and then I'm gonna hand it off to her. I have my reasons, but I'm basically, I want to get her started sharing her stuff with the world. So be looking for that. I'll be posting some advertisements here on the channel soon enough. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll start our first broadcast together. And yeah, that's it. It hurts me when people tell me I just got the shot and they are happy. Oh God. Then I tell them, did you look up the ingredients before you shoot that in your bloodstream? No, right? I know. Oh, like in Revelations. I see. Yes, it's like, yeah, I think it's Revelation. I think this is what's really happening, guys. I think Revelations is upon us very soon. So make sure that you seek out the power of God's unconditional love. Put it to the test. Break your addictions. Go to Him. See what He can do for you. And if He does it for you, trust in Him. That's it. Save yourself, right? I don't want to sound like a doomsdayer, but I didn't do any of that to be God's soldier. God came to me and told me how to fix myself. Now I owe Him the rest of my life. And I'm going to help other people because I know how crippled I've been with all those addictions and depression. Suicidally. So, thanks for listening, guys. Much love. Please, again, share the stream. Share the stream. It's an hour mark, so I'm done. Love you all so much. Thanks for being there for me through my crazy times and even now. And if you have any questions after this, reach out to me either in the comments of this video or on Facebook, Harry Sheet. And I think one of my next streams is going to be kind of going into a little more detail on what I've been researching about myself. If you guys don't know, my name is not Harry Sheet. My name is actually Devin D. Saint Germain, or Day Saint Germain. It means of Saint Germain. Go look up Saint Germain. This dude's a supposedly ascended master, all about purifying the soul, human freedom, alchemy, these kind of things. I'm from this bloodline apparently, and yeah, it makes sense. I could be him reincarnated, dudes. I don't know, but if I am, oh boy, I'm meant for this. I'm meant for this journey I'm on, and I discovered that after I started already on this journey. So I mean, I'm just like, oh God, when I started looking at my own last name and realizing, studying all this, I'm like, oh man, I'm from that bloodline. This whole life makes sense now. Everything I've ever been trying to teach people makes sense now. If I am part of this dude, part of his blood. So amazing. All right, guys, take care. Always great to listen to you. Thanks, Charlotte. Yep, thanks for sharing. All right, see you, Nora. See you, Isaiah. All right, Ironworks, guys, if y'all still here, peace out. Much love. I'm here to change the world. Who's with me? Peace.
Fighting the machine, fighting the machine, fighting the machine, fighting the machine.
Take the red pill. Take the red pill. Shisha. Take the red pill. Take the red pill.
Justice. Fight. Honor. Light.